traveling a lot over the past 5 years, and usually traveling means souvenirs. Things like postcards and trinkets and jewelry. And I do have souvenirs like that, but my focus since about 2018 has been dishware. I have always been one to think probably more than the average person about my future and what I want it to look like. And even back in 2018, I had the thought, wouldn't it be so cool if in my future house one day, all of my dishes, my cups, my plates, everything was from places I've been. I get so much more joy out of each little souvenir if it's something that I'm actually gonna be using on a regular basis. So this is my travel souvenir dishware collection. I've actually gotten a surprising number of comments on some of my videos in the past talking about how I should maybe do a travel dishware collection, because every single time I make a meal, I'm like, oh, this bowl is from here, this plate is from here, etc. And so here it is. It's finally time to do this video. I think I'm gonna go in sections, so like plates and then bowls and cups and then mugs, etc. I think that makes the most sense instead of like trying to go by country or chronologically. I'm also not gonna go through every single individual dishware thing that I have, just the travel ones. I do have some that I've gotten on Etsy, or that used to be my parents, or that were gifted to me, bag day sales or thrifted or something like that. I won't be including those just because they're not souvenirs. And this video is for the travel souvenirs only, honestly, which makes them the coolest ones. I'm going to first start with plates. So I have two categories of plates, dinner size plates and then little plates. So the first plate I'm going to start with is this wooden plate that's actually from Hawaii, the island of Oahu. Whoa, I just combined island names. From the island of Kauai. I honestly love this plate so much. It is the one that I bring with me anytime I do like a van life trip or I'm sleeping in my car or something. I always bring this one because it's not easily breakable, obviously. There's this really fun little turtle imprint on the middle of it. I got this one in 2021. It was a family trip to Hawaii. Then this next one is from La Sagrada Familia in Spain. It has this little image of La Sagrada Familia on the bottom, and this is the stained glass style because the inside of La Sagrada Familia is just covered in rainbow stained glass, and so this is kind of the pattern of it. I got this in 2023 on semester at sea when we were in Spain. I believe it was our 7th stop, 8 if you count our embarkation port. And yes, I brought so many glass things home with me from semester at sea. I shipped my bags home because I backpacked afterwards. All of the glass things survived. I've been doing this for many years, so I know how to pack glass things so that they make it through the airport. This is a ceramic one that I got in the Two Harbors Art Market last summer when I was on a North Shore van life week-long trip. Big dinner plates are honestly kind of hard to find in souvenir shops and things like that, so I was really happy when I found this. The last big plate is this one. It is actually from St. John's, the school that I went to. I went to the College of St. Benedict St. John's University in central Minnesota. This one is actually made by one of the monks that work and live at St. John's. I know it's technically not a travel souvenir. St. John's and St. Ben's was my home for 4 years and is truly one of my favorite places. So I was just so glad to get something that was not only from there, but made by one of the monks. Moving on to small plates. This one I got about a year ago at the European Christmas markets in St. Paul, Minnesota. Again, technically not travel, but I'm gonna count this in that category. That's how it categorized in my head. It's this beautiful indigo color. Also, so many of these things now are dishwasher microwave safe, which is this blue little plate is from actually the Blue City in Morocco, which is called a Chefchaouen. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. It's kind of on a little bit of a stand, and I don't honestly know if it's meant to be like a food plate, but I use it as such and it's survived so far. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is also semester at sea. This was after Spain. This plate is from Erfurt, Germany. This was in 2019 on a Europe choir tour with my college choir. We spent 3 weeks touring and singing in beautiful, huge churches and cathedrals over Germany, Austria, and the Czech Republic. This one is actually also from the Two Harbors Art Market, but from about 3 years prior. It's this beautiful kind of midnight blue color with these, you can see the ridges in the middle, and it's one of those more flat plates. I actually just forgot about this plate that is holding my butter. I don't have a butter dish, so this is what it's for right now. This beautiful little plate is from India. It is from nearby where the Taj Mahal is, kind of like the city where the Taj Mahal is, but it is designed in the same way that the Taj Mahal was designed. So all these little pieces and colors are teeny pieces of different glass or stone that are then inlaid and cut in the exact design, and that's how the Taj Mahal is designed, all of the different artwork on it. And it is my butter dish. I have mugs here, but I think it makes more sense to do bowls, and then I'll kind of do my mugs and my cups at the same time. Next, we have bowls. First off is this little kind of side dish bowl, but it is from Ireland. It has the Irish knots and also this harp, I think it's called. This bowl I got in Scotland, in Edinburgh, at Christmas markets like a little over 2 years ago. But the company is actually from Iceland. I love it so much. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in The Little Mermaid eating in Atlantis or something. The outside is this rough rock texture and the inside is this beautiful glass melted color. I don't even know how that works, but it's beautiful. And also kind of side covering off of that, this is a bowl of the same company that I actually got in Iceland a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. It's holding some rocks right now. So it's the same design, it's just a darker blue on the inside. This bowl, I love this bowl. This is one of my favorite newest additions. I got this on the North Shore of Minnesota, just shy of Grand Marais, if you know the North Shore at all. But it is actually a Polish bowl or Polish designed bowl from people who are Polish or came from Poland and are now selling their beautiful stuff on the North Shore of Minnesota. This I got last summer on my North Shore van life trip as well. This bowl I got also in Barcelona, also very nearby La Sagrada Familia, but it was just in like one of those regular like souvenir sort of shops, not typical souvenir shop because they had this in it. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like a half bowl. It's not super tall. I use it if I have like fried rice or something like that. I just love the hand painted design in it. So this is Semester at Sea 2023, about 2 years ago. The last bowl is this one that I got in Vermont, summer of 2022. That was a family trip up to Vermont and kind of New England, and it is also holding rocks and shells from that trip. It has a cute design on the bottom that I don't want to take the rocks out of to show you because they are arranged very intentionally in here. And so technically I'm not using this as dishware, but that's what it's intended for, and perhaps sometime I will move these rocks and shells out of here and put them in there. But wait, I am gonna have to input this. Just know that this is coming from literally the end of the video. I went through and didn't even think of this one as a travel souvenir because I've had it for so long. This is the first one I've gotten. This is the first one. This is the one that started it all. And I can't believe this is the one I forgot about. I got this in Alaska. I went on an Alaskan cruise with my family and extended family in 2018. So this is when I decided that I was making the switch from getting like bracelets and keychains on trips to dishware. I want to say it was not Skagway. I want to say it was Ketchikan that I got this. I could be wrong. It was almost 7 years ago at this point. But yeah, this is the one that started it all. I'm going to move on to cups and mugs. I have mine kind of separated out. Here are like the smaller ones of both cups and mugs, or also just like plastic ones. And over here I have like the regular full-size ones, but I think it'll make more sense if I do like cups of all sizes and then mugs of all sizes. This is a glass that I got in Salzburg, Austria on that Europe choir tour trip in 2019. It was just like in the main area of Salzburg. It is one of the first things I got and I use it religiously to this day. This is always my apple juice cup. In the morning when I have breakfast, I always have juice and I always put it in this. I just love the design. It's like glazed halfway down. And then I have 4 regular size cups. This first one is this hand-blown blue glass that's actually from historic Jamestown in Virginia. This was a family trip in 2019. Yes, I still have the little thing that says how you should take care of it. But this is like colonial Jamestown, like the first settlement in the US colonies. And this is designed with the same kind of glass and the same style that they use to make glass back then. So this is just such a cool kind of historic piece. This one is from Omaha on a choir tour in 2020, literally 1 week before the world shut down for COVID. We were on choir tour. We went to kind of a glass blowing place as a choir, and I got this. It's so pretty. This one is from Cyprus on Semester at Sea, so spring 2023. And I signed up for a field program through Semester at Sea in which we went to a artisan who makes ceramics, and we got to make some ceramics, and this is one of his pieces. Can you tell that I love blue? Turn anything blue and I will want to buy it. This last cup is from Venice. It's when I went backpacking with my friend Sophie after Semester at Sea, so about 1.5 2 years ago at this point. It is made from the Murano glass, the style of special glassware from Venice. Yes, I also carried glassware home in my double backpacks. Every single place we went, I ended up getting something, and I just made room for it, and I carted around a lot of glass for most of my backpacking. Now on to espresso mugs. This is my little tin mug from Walnut Grove, Minnesota, that is in the Laura Ingalls Wilder style. If you've ever read the Little House on the Prairie books, she talks about how they had these tins when we went there with my family. I don't know, when I was 10, it was so long ago, I got one of these little tin mugs and I still use it. This is a little espresso mug from Amsterdam when I went with my friend Ashley in 2022, so 3 years ago now. This was my actually very first travel vlog that I ever put out, and it has Amsterdam and the little design of the buildings right in Amsterdam. This one is kind of same style, a little bit more glass. It's from Iceland. I think this one was specifically at Gullfoss, which is one of the really big waterfalls. They had a little souvenir store. I seriously love this. It's one of my favorite ones. This one is from Ecuador, specifically the Mitad del Mundo, which is basically the actual equator point in Ecuador. And they had all these really cool things there about the effects of the equator. This is like a hand-painted little mug. It's so pretty, and it says Ecuador right there. And now for the big mugs, there's definitely more of these. I got both of these mugs at the Split Rock Lighthouse on the North Shore of Minnesota. I really like the North Shore, can you tell? This one I got in 2021, and this one I got in 2022. I love the colors on this one, and I love the pine tree design. This purple mug is from Sequoia National Park. I went there in 2021, so 4 years ago with my college roommate. We did my very first van life trip. We slept in my van in January for 2 weeks, and it was so much fun. This one is one of these more like camping mugs, like you can put this over a fire, but it's from Mount Rainier National Park. In fall of 2022, I went with my best friend to Washington. These two mugs are both from a Caribbean cruise with my family in December of 2022. It was right before I went on Semester at Sea. This one is from St. Lucia, and it has a map of St. Lucia on the inside. And this one is obviously from Aruba, and it comes with this little stirring spoon, and I use this for chocolate milk because I don't really drink anything else that needs stirring or coffee or anything like that. The very last mug is again one of my first ones. So this was my choir Europe trip in 2019, but this one was in Prague, the first time I was ever in Prague. It's a square mug, which is really unique, but I love the colors on it because it's blue. It is to this day one of my most used mugs. I'm going to do utensils next. So in this drawer right here, I have some utensils. I have 4 complete or partial sets of utensils. Utensils are one of the hardest things to come across in souvenir stores. So anytime I see them, like, oh my gosh, I need to get it because it's so rare. All but one of these sets are wooden. So the first set or partial set I have is from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. My grandparents live there half the year, every single year. And this is from the market that's like right outside. Probably got these maybe 2019, I think. Then I have this set, which is actually, is it copper? Is that the right one? In Copenhagen, Denmark, in the Christiansborg Palace. They are known for all of their kitchenware being like this. Like you go into their kitchens in the castle and like every single big thing is made of this. They're all this like bright orange color. These are the first time I saw a set of metal utensils being sold in a souvenir shop, and I was like, absolutely. I need to. This set I got in Guatemala. It was technically my EF Belize trip, but we also went into Guatemala for the day to go to Tikal. And while we were actually in Guatemala, they had this souvenir shop that had this set in it. They are kind of smaller and thinner, which I really like. And this last one is a wooden spoon that I got in Ecuador, in Quito, on my EF Ultimate Break Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands trip. This was in the, oh no, I don't think it was Quito. I think it was like avocado. I don't remember. I'll look it up and put it in there. I'm like spewing this all from the top of my brain, so be impressed that I'm able to just come up with all of this, okay? I have no notes. This is all just brain power. Anyway, you should absolutely use my link down below and my discount code UASarahN100 to get $100 off your EF Ultimate Break trips, because EF Ultimate Break trips are so incredible and so much fun and so easy. You literally just sign up and they do everything for you, and it's so worth it, and they have so many cool trips. And they are having their February sale right now, so you should absolutely go check out the link down below for the sales, and then also get $100 more off with my code UASarah100. Moving on to more kitchen utensils. These are actually easier to find than actual regular utensils. This one is from Hawaii, in Kauai, on my family trip in 2021. It is so cool. It is one of the coolest spoons I've ever seen. What a sentence is that? But it's just colored, layers of colored wood. It's so cool. This is from Ireland, from the last stop when I was backpacking after a semester at sea, so May 2023, and it was in, this was Dublin, not Northern Ireland, I think. I feel like I got something in both Ireland and Northern Ireland. I could be wrong. I could look it up. I'm sure I have that information somewhere. It has this little sheep imprinted on the back with the word Ireland underneath it. Why cook things with regular old spoons when you can have spoons that have sheep on the back of them? These three are all from my EF Ultimate Break Belize trip. These two were from Belize in two different locations. I don't remember exactly, but they were separate spots. And this one is actually from Guatemala on that same trip, in the same place that there was the silverware utensils. I usually try not to get multiple things in one place, but because they had both the utensil set and this pasta spoon, I was like, I have to get both. This is a teaspoon and tablespoon measuring set that I got in the same place as the silverware or copperware set in Copenhagen, Denmark, in the Christiansborg Palace. When have I ever seen measuring cups or teaspoons in a souvenir shop? This was in the first stop of backpacking, and I carted these around with me for a month. This is a measuring cup set from Anchorage, Alaska. So there's a 4th cup, a 3rd cup, half, and 1 cup. I was there about a year ago with Trusted House Sitters, so also use my link below to get money off of your Trusted House Sitters membership, because it is literally free accommodation and all you have to do is take care of pets. Shout out Hank, the best, most adorable cat ever that I got to take care of in Alaska. This is beautiful. These are nesting measuring cups. They are made by Native Northwest, art by Indigenous artists. So this is kind of the Indigenous design up there, or kind of how Indigenous artwork is designed, with this kind of pattern. I don't know if that's the right word, but like the design style. The inside is lavender and has the measuring cup amount in it. And then the outside is this beautiful hummingbird, blue, teal, lavender, purple. I have no right to be this obsessed with my measuring cups, but I am. They're beautiful. A few more random cooking items. This is a cutting board from Lisbon, Portugal, also semester at sea. That was the last stop before we disembarked. I love it. I'm literally feeling all the different like cut marks on it, but it is super light and flexible, which is perfect for carting home from semester at sea. And then this one I also got in Anchorage, Alaska last year with Trusted House Sitters. This was at like a native, maybe I'll put the name of it up there, but it's like they went through all the different design styles of all the different native groups and like the way their house styles were built and stuff like that. Super cool museum, absolutely recommend. But I got this again with the same kind of Indigenous design style, but this time it has the orca whale on it. I use this as my popcorn bowl usually. I think last but not least is various towels and kitchen washcloths, potholders, things like that. So let's start with the towels. This is a set of towels that I got in Croatia, in Trogir. It's like a little island. They have these little cute Croatia designs with the lavender, which is like a well-known thing that Croatia has. I have these two washcloths. I think they're more of a Scandinavian style of washcloths. So they kind of dry hard, but they're super absorbent. This one, again, I got in Anchorage. It's the same native design style, but a moose this time. And this one I got in Minnesota, I think up north somewhere, North Shore, but it is Minnesota, and then it kind of has the iconic things in each part of the state. Very last, we have potholders. This one that actually still has a little tag on it. Handmade in Vermont, so the Vermont family trip 2022. I love the different kind of wildflowers on there. This one I got in Amsterdam 2022, so 3 years ago at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. So this is the sunflowers design from Van Gogh, like the Van Gogh painting, but in a pot holder. This one I got in Grenada in the West Indies on the Caribbean cruise family trip, and it just has this fun beachy design on it, and it says Grenada down here at the bottom and has this kind of holding, or like you can hang it up on the wall if you want. This is also not technically a dishware thing, but this big blue glass bottle is from Valencia, Spain on Semester at Sea. Me and my friends went to a flamenco show in Valencia, and we didn't realize when we asked for more water, we were paying that whole thing of water. And so I took the glass bottle that it came in because it's very pretty and blue. Another massive glass thing that survived the trip home from Semester at Sea. I think that's it. I have dumped like everything on the counter. It's a little crazy. Like, look at all of this just out here on my counter. There's so much of it. I genuinely love having all of these souvenir things as my kitchen items, the things that I use on a regular basis. It means so much more to me instead of just a little trinket, because I get to use them all the time, and every single time I use them, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I use this cup, and it's like, oh, the memories of Cyprus. I love Cyprus. So if you were thinking of starting your very own travel dishware souvenir collection, I absolutely recommend it. It has been such a joy to know that I'm gonna get so much more use out of it than just something sitting on a shelf. Brings me that much more joy. And also, when I finally moved out, I didn't have to buy so many kitchen things because I had acquired them already as souvenirs. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad to have shared all this. I think it's just such a unique thing that I feel like every time I talk to somebody about it, or I say, oh yeah, I'm getting this bowl as my souvenir, and they're like, you're getting what now? And I'm like, yeah, I am. And people always think it's such a cool idea, so I'm sharing with you. I'm absolutely not gatekeeping this idea. Please get your own kitchen dishware souvenir collection because it brings me so much joy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.